everybody, welcome to Excel video 426. I'm Nate Moore. Just putting in a plug for MGMA's 2014 annual conference in Las Vegas next month. If you're not registered to go, go. There's so much good content there, and especially there's this Nate Moore guy that's presenting Monday afternoon with custom report ideas you've never seen before and you'll wish you'll see again with your data. Just incredible stuff you can do with your data, examples from all around the country. Great things to see at the MGMA annual conference in Las Vegas in October. Hope to see you there. Got another fairly small macro. Doesn't look terribly complicated, just a couple of lines here that does some really cool things, kind of like last time. Doesn't look, in fact, I think it looks easier than last time, but it's very powerful, and I want to show you what we're doing. What we're going to do is what's called a nested loop. We're going to put a loop inside a loop, and to be honest, this example doesn't have anything to do with medicine, but I think you can see how it works and how powerful it can be. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to define two variables here, A and B. And what we're going to do is for A equals 1 to 20, we're going to loop. So here's the next A. So everything that happens between the 4 and the next, we're going to do 20 times. And then inside this A loop, if you will, we're going to create a B loop. The B loop is going to run 20 times as well. So what's going to happen is when A is 1, B is going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 20 times. And then next B is going to make it do 1 through 20 on the B's. And A is going to stay the same because I'm still inside this A loop. Does that make sense? The A stays at 1, B is going to go 1 to 20, and then A is going to go to 2. And watch what happens. When A goes to 2, B goes 1 to 20, next B, and so we'll deal with this last piece at the end. B goes 1 to 20, next B. And then when we're done with this 20th loop, and we're done doing this 20 times, it will exit the loop, and when it does, we're going to say, okay, set B back to 1 again. So now we're going to make A2 and we're going to go B1 to 20. Then we're going to make A3 and go B1 to 20. And A4, B1 to 20. Does that make sense? We're going to loop through A, and then each time we go through A, we're going to loop through B 20 times. And when we're done looping through B, we're going to set B back to 1 each time. So each time we start with a new A, we're going to start with B at 1 as well. Well, what do we do once we're inside the A and the B loop? We're just going to go to cells A, comma B. So just, rows and columns. And we're just going to put A times B in the A, B column. Let me run the macro and show you what it does. So if we do that and run it, we come back over to our page in Excel. Look what we did. We've got your 20 times tables. I mean, maybe you knew off the top of your head that 17 times 18 was 306, but I didn't. You see how it works? What we did is we said, okay, for A, when A is 1, and then remember, if you come back over here, A is rows and columns, right? So when we're going to do row 1. So when we're going to do row 1, and then we're going to do 1 times 1 is 1, and then we're going to keep A at 1 and keep our variable B, make that go to 2. Take 1 times 2 and put it there. Then we're going to go to 1 comma 3. Stay in row 1, but go out 3 cells. 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times 5. And then when we're done with 1 times 20, we're going to exit. This is the B loop that takes us out 1 through 20. And then the A loop is going to come down here and say, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to set B back to 1, and we're going to start on the next A. And we're going to do that 2 times 1, and 2 times 2, and 2 times 3, and 2 times 4 in row 2, column 4, row 2, column 5. You see how that works all the way through? And when we're done with B equals 20 again, we're going to set A to 3, B back to 1, and away we go. Now, again, you don't need to create your 20 times tables for medicine. I get that. But the idea is that you can run a loop and run another loop inside to make multiple things happen while you're looking at your data. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope it wasn't terribly complicated. You don't have to rewind me too much. An A loop and a B loop and what happens inside. And when I'm done with what happens inside, set B back to 1 and keep going. That's what I wanted to show you about nested loops today. Stay tuned. I've got more tricks, and we'll do those in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.